Good day, mate.
Good day.
Good day.
Good day, mate.
Means good afternoon in Australian.
Do you want to put some shrimp on Barbie? I don't know what that was. We've just offended the whole of Australia right now.
Yeah, that's passport on it.
Yeah, sorry.
So again, we are breaking the silence. I'm Luke.
I'm Kim.
And today we are going to be speaking to Julie of Unearthly Happenings.
Yeah.
No, Unearthly Wanderings.
Unearthly Wanderings, not happenings.
No. She's an Australian, does Australian ghost hunting. I don't know why I said Australian ghost hunting.
And she's Australian.
She's Australian.
She's Australian. She's a very good paranormal investigator. And yeah, she does her own YouTube videos. She goes off on her own.
Yeah.
And she's pretty badass.
Badass.
Yeah, and I can't wait to actually speak with her.
No. So yeah, we're just have to ask her some questions about what it is like to investigate in Australia, obviously with the temperature wise and different autumns, different techniques and stuff.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how different it may be to what we do.
And hopefully pick a few tips and tricks up, can't we?
Yeah. Yeah, should be good.
Should be good, so we give her a call.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
You alright?
That's good.
How are you doing?
Good. Very good. Thank you.
I'm from New South Wales, down the bottom of New South Wales, in the Snowy Mountains region. So it's all green and very lush here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, very good.
I've been to Australia. No, I want to. I've always wanted to go to Australia since I was a kid. I love Kath and Kim. And Chris.
Kath and Kim, they're amazing.
They're all my favourites. I think I've rewatched them I don't know how many times.
Yeah. Australia is quite diverse. I mean, depending on what states you go to, New South Wales is very green, but then if you go to the top of South Australia or Northern Territory, it's just red desert.
Yeah.
It's so different. Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird, isn't it?
It's hot.
Yeah. It is very hot in the summer. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, the UK is absolutely boring.
The
UK is terrible. It's either rain, snow, the summer, and then it goes rainy again straight away. There's just no winning really in the UK. It's absolutely terrible.
I have heard that you guys get a lot of rain.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
We're in the autumn at the moment, the end of autumn, and I think we've only had probably a week of rain so far in autumn. So yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
The week in it, yeah.
But then again, we probably couldn't handle it if we had a lot of sun.
No,
the country goes man down, doesn't it?
Yeah, you'd probably complain if it was too hot or, too dry. Yeah.
I think we just complain about everything anyway, don't we?
Yeah.
Brits, they're just moaners. Yeah.
That's human nature. Yeah.
Cool.
Right. So, what started you off with the paranormal?
When I was younger, I actually used to see spirits. That's one of my kids walking around. Off you go. Sorry. I used to see spirits. I had a little imaginary friend, so they say, when I was little, and then I kind of faded out of that. And then when I got older into probably my early 30s, I started kind of looking into the paranormal field. And eventually a few years ago, about 4 years ago, I think, I started a YouTube channel and just started wandering around cemeteries, and it's grown from there. So, yeah.
So you are sensitive to spirit then?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, are you like, I know there's different types, isn't there, of like mediumship and things like that. What would you class yourself as?
I would probably just class myself as a sensitive. I can't just pick up and communicate with them or anything, but I do see them from time to time and sense them, stuff like that. So, yeah, just a sensitive.
Yeah, cool. A bit like we've got a team member, Lisa, and she says she's sensitive, and she's the same. She'll just pick up on them from time to time, but it's not like she can just click her fingers and sort of speak with them, sort of thing.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. It's cool though. I wish I could see.
So is it something you would like, say, would you teach yourself it, or are you at it all your life, kind of thing?
I think seeing them, I've seen it, like I've experienced it my whole life. As I've gotten older, especially since I've really delved into the paranormal in the last few years, I've picked up on a lot more, like how to sense when you're around them. You pick up on how to feel the changes in the air and stuff as well. I don't know what you guys find, but usually when a spirit comes into your space, you know, your hairs will stand on end, or you might get tingling or something. Yeah. So, yeah.
I've definitely had it where, like, you can walk into a room and just feel different. You can't quite pinpoint what it is, but there's something different about that particular room. And then you can walk into another room and feel absolutely fine.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's maybe us being sensitive to it, but maybe if we did it, like you say, opened ourselves up a bit more, maybe it could go further. If you want about meditation and stuff.
Meditation helps, doesn't it?
Oh, it does, yeah, tenfold. And there are a lot of misconceptions about meditation. You don't have to sit down and have a clear mind and completely zone out. A lot of people will sit down and be very conscious when they meditate and still have their busy mind going. There are different ways of doing it. But, you know, if you've ever walked into a room of people and you know when someone's not quite right, I mean, that's your sensitivity being turned on as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, obviously after COVID and that, I don't know if you have there, but you have like spiritual churches where you go sitting and doing meditations, open circles, open yourself up and that.
Yep.
So we get back to that, can't we? After
I've tried that a few times, a couple years back, but I could just never sort of concentrate. I'm quite fidgety and I can't concentrate on the one thing. My mind just goes off elsewhere.
Yeah.
So, but I would like to. I do really want to be able to sort of see and sense spirits. I've always said it. I'm really interested in that sort of side of things. Definitely. Yeah.
It's a good teaching. Get learning.
Get learning.
Get learning.
Get teaching.
Yeah.
So I've got one about, so you know how obviously with Australia being more of an English speaking country, have you got words or other names for types of spirits that you've made up yourselves? Like, for example, Asia's got the jinn, and you've got the divoks and stuff like that, but is there a certain type of spirit? Have you got like your own nicknames for them as such, or?
No, not spirits. The only kind of paranormal, what's the word for it? Paranormal entity, I guess you can call. It's something real is the yowie. We have the yowies over here, which if you saw a drawing of them, they kind of look like a giant rabbit with big floppy ears and kangaroo legs. Very weird. I've never seen one, no, but not ghosts in particular. No, we just have.
Is that like similar to a Wendigo?
No, not a Wendigo. I guess it's in the category of Bigfoot, but different looking. Yeah.
Like a cryptology kind of being.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I need to have a look at them. That's mint. That.
Yeah.
I would just spell that out. I'm going to go and Google
Bunyip.
That's mint. That. On top of that question about Australia, like, is there any famous horror stories / haunting stories in Australia? So if there is, so which one's your favourite? But like, for example, in England and the UK, we've got the Enfield hauntings, 30 East Drive. Have you got something similar yourselves?
There's a lot of haunted places in Australia. One of my favourite, which I don't live too far from, is the Monte Cristo Homestead. I'm not sure if any of you have heard of that. So it's a house in a little country town, supposed to be haunted by many spirits. The residents, the Mr. and Mrs. Crawley, who used to own the home, still linger there, they say. Their baby daughter, who was tragically fell down the stairs and passed away. A maid that was pushed from a balcony and all sorts of things. I've actually stayed there the night, had a few experiences, so that's my favourite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
If
Yeah.
Because that's some of your YouTube videos, isn't it? Where you've just gone there. Yeah, it does look really cool there. Because they've got like loads of dolls, haven't they, and stuff. Is that the same place?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the rooms I have there has a lot of dolls in it.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah.
That'd be a cool place to stay the night then.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you game.
So you investigate by yourself a lot. Do you prefer that?
No, I would say the reason I do it that way now is because my kids are quite young. I have 3 children, single mum recently, and they're my boy's about to turn 12, and I have twin girls who are 11. Yeah. So they're all quite close together. When they're older, I think that I'll probably venture out and interact with other investigators more and do more in regard to the places that I visit. Mm-hmm. But at the moment, I'm quite limited to what I can do. Yeah. So, yeah.
So with you investigating by yourself and that, have you got a security protocol in place? So like, do you tell anyone where you're going? Do they know where you are at all times?
Definitely, yeah. I always let someone know where I am. I always have my phone with me and let them know roughly when I'll be home, just in case anything goes wrong. Yeah. So yeah.
So when you take your kids with you, do they what they think to it, or do they believe it? Do they get scared?
Only one of my kids is scared of it. One of my daughters, she gets a little bit freaked out when things start, like if she saw something happen. My son loves the paranormal, has seen things himself.
Yeah.
And my other daughter is probably going to follow in my footsteps. So they've kind of grown up with it, I guess. So it's kind of normal.
Do you think they've got like kind of mediumship skills themselves then?
Yeah, he can see them. He said that to me a couple of times, but I don't know. I mean, some people when they get older, they switch it off. So we'll see where that goes. Yeah.
It's like say when kids are when they're at a certain age, they're more susceptible to seeing things, aren't they? So, like you say, when they start forgetting about it, they kind of switch it off, don't they? But maybe if they carry on with it and progress with it, you might be a really, really good medium at some point.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. I think when they're little, because their minds are so open, they're like a sponge.
Yeah.
So, I guess their mind is more open to see it. Yeah, but some kids get scared and switch it off, and yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I say you must have a good teacher.
Thank you.
On one of your recent videos, you did a walkthrough. Is it Cockatoo Island? Could you tell us a little bit about that location?
So Cockatoo Island was a location that held convicts back in, I would say, the late 1800s to early 1900s. One of the other prisons that we had for convicts in the Sydney area was overflowing. They had too many people. So they built the prison, I guess you could call it, on Cockatoo Island to halve the prisoners. It also has a shipyard, so a lot of ships would come in and dock and take off their loads. Later on, it also became sort of a girls' reformatory kind of thing. So, but lots of people have died there over the years. Yeah.
It looked really cool. I'm jealous. I want to go there.
Definitely. It's one of the first places I've walked into and I've had something happen quite quickly.
Wow.
Yeah. It was very cool.
Let's say the video you put up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. It was very good.
What sense there, do you think?
Yeah, it's interesting. One of the first, when I walked into the big shed at the beginning where I was, I kind of sensed that there was someone down the end with us where we first walked in. Didn't get much anywhere else. And then in a tunnel where I had the knocking and that happen. Yeah, that felt a bit eerie, but not a lot else going on.
Mm.
Yeah.
Very cool.
It does look cool.
It was.
And I see you often return to the old Pioneer Cemetery, is it, as well?
Yeah, that's one of my favourites, definitely.
That's what makes you go back to that location?
I can't quite put my finger on it. Some places you walk into, like for me, I love the old graves, just the look of them, the way they were built back in the 1800s. They have a beauty about them. But that cemetery, when you walk in, it's almost like it calls out to you a little bit. And yeah, I've seen a few things in there. So
What's the weirdest thing you've seen there, do you think?
One night when I was there with one of my other friends who investigates, we were walking around and there was one woman there, and she was in a long black dress with long sleeves and a white collar, and she's kind of just standing there, just watching us, walking around, not doing anything, just watching us.
Oh.
Yeah, it's one of them.
And so over here at the minute with graveyards and things like that, there's been a bit of a debate going on whether or not investigators should investigate graveyards, is it respectful or not. What's your opinion on that, and how should we investigate a graveyard?
In my opinion, I think if you can walk into a cemetery, spirits, I come with complete respect. I mean no harm. If they wish to communicate, they can. Never touch anything that you're not supposed to. Don't do anything silly. Don't break anything, and I think it's fine. I always have the respect for the mourners, though. I never film anything that's recent. And if someone comes in to leave flowers or something else, I'll stop what I'm doing and leave or whatever.
That's
That's
what I mean. People have investigated graveyards for years, haven't they? So I mean, as long as you're respectful and, like you say, you're not anywhere near the modern graves, I personally don't see the issue personally.
There's no different than going to an old place where someone was hung, was there? So
yeah, exactly.
As long as you show respect to what you're doing and the people that you're investigating.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think.
Yeah, I think that one of the reasons why there's that stigma involved with you investigating graveyards is because there's been so much vandalism and that's happened in cemeteries that people are against it now.
Gravestones and stuff.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So.
It makes me laugh though as well because when we do investigations, we look for spiders. You look for snakes. You like look.
No, I don't look for them. I watch for them so I can run.
Oh God, sod that with snakes. Bad enough with the spiders.
I don't do spiders either.
I mean, triple the size of ours, aren't they?
Oh, the huntsmans, yes. I mean, they can get this big. They're huge. Yeah.
You get them in your house?
Oh, we get them in the house and everything. So, yeah. You have to try and catch them and put them outside.
Poisonous?
Yeah.
No, the huntsmans aren't. If they bit you, they wouldn't make you sick or anything, but they're quite scary to look at.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Very
on Facebook and that, and the size of them is massive. So someone I see where it was in a car, right on a visor.
Yeah, inside. Yeah.
There's another massive spider there.
Oh my God.
Can't say I've had that happen, but yeah, I wouldn't like it.
Why are you asleep? That crawling over your face.
No.
So I've got one here about military camps and that around Australia, where all the lads and that are posted. Is there any abandoned military camps? And if so, have you investigated any?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. I have no idea. I think that a lot of the a lot of the bases that we have here for the military have stayed in use over the years. And as far as I know, I don't think there's any abandoned, but I'll look into that. Yeah.
I know Luke and Kimball have a good abandoned military base. They love it.
Yeah. Lots of old jails and things like that. But not military. Yeah.
So you do, we see you do some lives on Facebook and stuff and YouTube. What do you prefer doing to the lives other than making videos, and what brings you back to like making? What do you like about it? The lives.
The lives, I think, to stay connected to my viewers in a way. Sometimes they can be a little hard because of the audience that you're interacting with, especially when not all of them are so nice. But I would do, if I had to have a choice, I would do my normal videos any day over the live streams. Yeah. I love the editing process, the filming them, making them. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to do the editing and sort of like the creative bit into it at the end that you can get your hands on.
Yeah. I've always loved the editing.
Yeah. What I like about the lives is like you say, they're interactive, aren't they? And sometimes people actually help with the investigation as you're going along, because they'll say, oh, ask this, ask that. But the downside, like you say, is you can get that negative comment that just, you think, oh.
There again, no matter what you do in life, you always get your trolls. You've got to learn to ignore them and just sling them out, sling them off, don't you? So.
Exactly, yeah. But the lives, I've learned a lot over the years of being in the paranormal field through other investigators, and a lot of what you learn is through live streams and things like that, talking to people, picking people's brains, how they think, stuff like that. So yeah,
definitely. Yeah. And we also noticed that you like to use equipment and apps, and I know you test them a lot, don't you? There's a few videos where you sat and you're testing to see, what's best. In your opinion, what's the best app or piece of equipment that is credible, in your opinion?
It's hard to say because it's always been a bit of a controversial topic, because I like the necrophonic in some regards. I also like the Ghost Tube app, the SLS one. I know a lot of people that don't like them though, or they might like different apps. And I think whether you use an app or a piece of equipment, I always tell people to use it for quite some time and look at the evidence you're getting from it and see what evidence is credible. Use yourself as a judge for that. Things like the SLS too, you have to keep in mind that it is built to map objects. So you may be out in amongst the trees and you might have figures everywhere, but it doesn't mean you're surrounded by spirit. So you have to learn to see what's real and what's not.
If you do that in the trees and just see all these people around you.
Oh gosh.
But
if it was real, yeah.
We like to use a mixture, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
Equipment and just our own sensors, if we can pick it up.
Like I say, you can pick up things yourself anyway. But what I like to do is, like when I use equipment, is to like back it up as well, or like you say, just test it. Like if you're feeling that, is that getting it as well? And then sometimes you can say, oh yeah, but that's two pieces of evidence to one. Like I say, it's just better, isn't it, to get a second.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like when you've got a spirit box, but you've also got your EVP going as well, so your digital recorder, and that you hear something on the spirit box, so like you can't quite hear it, and you go to your digital record, you're like, oh, it actually said it on that at the same time. You just back yourself.
Yeah. I see a lot of time with the K2 meter. A lot of people will get false positives with the K2 meter. So it's always good to try and debunk as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So is that Clara I can see behind you?
Yes, this is Clara right here. And this is the other doll my friend sent me. It's yeah.
So yeah, is she haunted? Do you believe in haunted objects? And have you got like full-on evidence that she is?
No, don't. And someone asked me this the other day too, and I said, in my honest opinion, I said I have had things happen with Clara that I can't explain, but I would never turn around and say with 100% certainty that it's a haunted doll.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any way that anybody could say that the doll is haunted. She's never moved. Once I've seen her kind of fall on a live stream. You know, it's kind of like, yeah, that could have happened anyway.
Yeah.
But I've never had anything happen, you know. Yeah.
So we've got some in our loft. We just keep up there, don't we?
Yeah.
Some, loads of Ouija boards and some objects we've got. I'm not a massive believer in them, but I say I want to research them because that's what we're doing.
That's what it's about, isn't it?
So we've put them all
Exactly.
in the attic. We've left a camera on it. For months. We have had some strange stuff going on. Like the other day, it's one of them cameras, like a motion. It will send it on your phone. So we've got some whistling on it, and another bit. I'm sure it was a fly, but it flew from the objects past the camera and made a banging noise. But I'm pretty sure it was a fly. So I could say it could have been out, but that's it. That's we've got in a minute, isn't it?
I found a lot of the time with because orbs. I'm kind of on the fence with orbs. But there's been quite a few times in live streams or videos I've caught a ball or a mass go past, and I found the easiest way to debunk whether it's a bug or not is to see if it's see-through or not, because a bug you'll never see through it, whereas with a spirit most of the time it's translucent to some point. So
what is she supposed to be attached? What's supposed to be attached to Clara? Do you know?
a spirit. But with Clara, so her story goes, there is a spirit that is with her, but it's not attached. So it'll stay with the doll because it's quite fond of the doll, but it's not attached. It can move around, it can leave, you know, that kind of thing. So, yeah, it's not like...
Pretty Roman spirit, but it comes back to play with the doll.
Yeah, every now and again I look at her. She's got these really creepy eyes. So every now and again I get a bit creeped out, but I'm generally okay with it. Yeah.
I don't like dolls altogether. They just creep me out. Like my cousin used to collect them, and she used to have them all in her bedroom.
Big porcelain.
And they used to stare at you, and I just never liked them, dolls.
Yeah. Well, Clara, she's a 1950s walking doll. She actually came from America, from the US. Wow. I made her little outfit, but yeah. See, she's got creepy eyes.
She has.
What would you say the best evidence you got from her?
Apart from her moving on the live stream, I would say, I don't know. I've had what I believe was probably her come through the spirit box.
Yeah.
I've had her name come through the spirit box. That doesn't always mean that it's 100% her.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about it. I mean, I haven't had a lot happen with her, so.
It could have been another spirit in your house that's obviously knows of the doll, like you call it, Clara. So.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you do a few lives with your friend Jackie? Is she like?
Yes.
Do you go out with her often? Do you like? Do you two teams, or do you form into one sometimes? And how did you meet?
Jackie and I met. I believe it was late 2018, early 2019. I think it was 2018. We met on YouTube. We came across each other's channels, became friends. And the first time we met, I think, was in 2019. I was living in Canberra at the time, and she came down to stay with me for a week because she lives in South Australia. So about once a year, we'll catch up with each other and spend a week investigating. And yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
What's her paranormal channel called? Did you say she's got a paranormal channel?
Jackie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jackie's is called Ghostly Findings Paranormal.
Yeah.
Jackie doesn't delve too much into the dark side, I guess you can say, of the paranormal. She'll just do cemetery wanders and things like that. Yeah.
You also do tarot card readings. I'm watching. He's laughing. You know,
Yeah.
I love a good tarot card reading.
You're learning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do them. It's I love doing the tarot readings. I just don't have enough confidence in myself, I think, to do them live.
Yeah.
I do a lot of oracle card readings, though. It's just like a one card reading.
Yeah.
And people love them. So yeah, I enjoy them.
Glenn loves my readings, don't you, Glenn?
They're so far off the mark. It's unbelievable. And she gets herself so involved in her own stories, and she'll turn around and go, "Well, actually, that could be for me, really, you know." And I'm like, "Well, you're doing my cards."
But it's
That's quite funny.
More popular, isn't it? The tarot card readings I've noticed on Facebook. Like last night, there was loads of them doing it.
I think COVID's got playing it as well, isn't it? Everyone's stuck in.
Yeah, that's what I said at the beginning of COVID. I think a lot of people who used to watch other channels online have now created their own channels on social media. So a lot more people are online. And it has become more popular, yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, say after COVID, or is you got restrictions in Australia still? Huh?
No, we don't.
No.
We've been very lucky with COVID over here. There have been a few times when we've had states locked down and we've had to wear masks going out and things. But overall, we'll get one or two cases every now and again. We'll have to wear masks for a little while on transport or something. But yeah, we're free to go anywhere really.
I think we've got another month left. That's a year.
Yeah.
3 months, isn't it? Then lockdown.
Yeah, I know you guys have had it really tough over there.
Yeah.
What what's your future plans? What you got planned for yourself? What hauntings you got to investigate?
This year, I think I'll be going back to Sydney probably in October. So hopefully I'll get to do some stuff for Halloween, maybe at Quarantine Station or something down there, which is one of our most haunted. And either the end of the year or early next year, I plan on trying to get to Tasmania. Wow. So, yeah, going down to Hobart, that'll be good.
Yeah. What was your travel time to Australia, Sydney?
From where I am, it takes 4.5, 5 hours to get to Sydney. Tasmania is probably a little longer, probably around 9, maybe.
Are you taking
maybe
the kid?
Longer. Yes, I will. This time, though, I'll probably, hopefully, have someone to help care for them while I go out and kind of do a few things solo. Yeah. So, yep, that'd be good.
Nice to have that connection with your kids, though, isn't it?
I'd love it. Me and my mum used to do ghost hunting anyway in the house. But if my mum was going out, taking me, I'd bloody love it. Oh, come on, we're going graveyard. I'd be like, yes, I'd love it.
I loved it too. I think that my son gets very, he has a short attention span, so he can't stay for too long in one place. Yeah. My girls love it though. It's just the noise. If they're there too long, they start making a lot of noise and it's not good for an investigation. No. So, yeah.
Kid's voice in the background.
Yeah, take iPads or something and they're quiet for a while.
Yeah, that's a kebab you're eating.
Eh?
That's a kebab you're eating.
No, I've got Quavers prawn cocktail.
Oh.
I don't know if you follow much about the UK paranormal world investigation stuff like that, but we've got a thing going off for everybody about para-unity and stuff, and everybody bickering amongst each other and stuff like that, and other teams and that, of how people investigate. Is there something similar going on in Australia?
No, not over here. The thing about, I mean, there's not really a lot of investigators in Australia compared to how many you guys have or the US has. But I think that the one issue we probably have here is that there are some investigators who get involved in certain businesses, and it gets very hard for us to walk into these places and use our own equipment and do an investigation our own way, because they expect you to do things their way.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But no, nothing like you guys have got going on,
We just all bicker, don't we?
Yeah, drama.
You just see everyone just comment on one certain thread. You're like, what's going off this time?
Yeah.
I have heard about it. One of my very good friends is he's from the UK, and he talks about it as well. He says there's so much bickering and that going on in amongst the paranormal community.
It is.
So
we like to keep ourselves to ourselves, trying to, but sometimes you get dragged into it, but just try and ignore it, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just stay out. Yeah.
What excuses? What am I thinking?
Excuses.
Cut that part out.
For a new investigator just starting out, what advice would you give them?
It depends in regard to the investigation, the equipment. Start out small. I think when you're first walking into the paranormal world, I think that as long as you have a camera and yourself as a tool, get into it and see whether you like it before you go and spend hundreds or thousands on equipment. I would also say trust your gut instinct and question everything and ask lots of questions of other people. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's our questions done. Have you got any more questions, Glenn?
Just got one more, and it's the most generic question you could ever ask an investigator. And I think it's
okay.
What's your favourite ever investigation you've done with evidence?
Ooh. It's probably going to come back to the Monte Cristo homestead again. The only regret that I have about going there when I did is that I didn't have a night vision camera. And I wish that I did, because when you lock down for the night and you're in your room, I had a lot of stuff happen in the room that night, and I didn't have a camera that had night vision, so I have no evidence of it. But we had a shadow figure in the bedroom, footsteps. I got my leg dragged out of bed twice. Yeah, like we had some crazy stuff happen in that room, but yeah, it's a good place.
Was there any marks left on your leg?
Any other places?
No, left on your leg.
No marks left there. It's kind of funny because when we went there the night before, that afternoon, to begin the investigation, you'll go in, you'll have dinner, and then he'll do a tour of the house and the grounds, and then you go to bed. And when we were starting the tour, I had a shaved head. I'd shaved my head for my New Year's resolution. And he said, oh, Mrs. Crawley's going to think that you're one of the maids and you had lice, so you had to shave your head off. So we think that maybe it was Mrs. Crawley or one of the maids coming in to get me out of bed to go do the housework.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That is very interesting.
Yeah. Good theory. Yeah.
For everyone watching, if they're still here at this point, where can they find you? Basically, what's your socials? What's your YouTube called?
I'm on YouTube, Unearthly Wanderings. I have Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, and they're all under the same name, Unearthly Wanderings.
Awesome.
Okay, so go check her out.
Yeah.
I think
Thank you.
great. You've got balls to be doing it, going out there on your own.
Thank you.
Definitely got balls. Got bought bigger balls than Glenn and Luke anyway. These two.
Hey, what? I'm moving to Australia. We're going to do it by ourselves. We'll be a team.
You can do it. Thank you for having me on. It was good talking to you guys.
Let you get to bed.
Yeah. She'll be ghost hunting. She's not going to bed. She'll be ghost hunting now.
Yeah. Oh, I wish. If I had a babysitter, I would. See, I usually do my lives on Saturday night, so yeah, definitely bedtime.
Bedtime, isn't it? Well, thank you so much anyway for joining us.
It's nice meeting you.
Yeah. You too. Thank you, everyone.
Don't forget to keep in touch on Facebook, eh?
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely. Let me know too when you're going to put it out, and I'll share it and send some people over. Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Sounds good.
So,
all right.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Bye.
Well, I don't know what Glenn was eating on that.
I don't know what Glenn was doing.
Chucking some crisps in his mouth, wasn't he?
Was he naked at one point?
I thought that's why he put a blanket over him.
Yeah.
He must have been cold.
Sorry about that, Jimmy. Bloody hell.
Sat there eating prawn cocktail quavers while trying to do an interview.
Yeah. Professional.
It's from Newcastle, what can you expect, basically?
They're just, they're weird. So yeah, it was really interesting speaking with Julie, and if you haven't checked out her YouTube channel, Unearthly Wanderings, I would highly recommend that you do go check her out. She seems
pretty cool, doesn't she?
She is cool.
Yeah.
She's cool.
She's cool. Yeah. You didn't get a tarot reading off of her, didn't you?
No, I was going to ask for a tarot.
She wanted to ask for a tarot reading.
I wanted to ask for a tarot card reading, but I thought I don't want to put her on the spot.
No. I'll do you one now, look.
Okay.
I'll pick that one out for you.
No, pick these ones because these are my favourite ones.
This one there. Which one?
That means no, I've got to pick it. I'm going to pick this one. The Juggernaut.
That means the Juggernaut. That means there's a bat. He's got wings on him. That means you want to party. You want to party like it's 1998.
No.
No?
It means what? It means I want to fly away.
To Australia.
To Australia.
Good one.
So, yeah.
Good bring back that.
Yeah.
So what's our next podcast going to be?
I'm not sure, but I think we did mention about doing maybe like local cryptozoology stories, mythical creature things because we're all from different parts of the UK, so legends.
We could go on the hunt from, can't we?
We could go for a hunt. Anyone that wants to join us, let us know.
Yeah.
Get in contact. Anyone that wants to go on a future show to talk about themselves, let us know.
Yeah, if you've got a book or anything you want to promote.
Book or
if you want to talk about a channel.
A certain topic that's going on.
If you want to teach us anything, get in touch.
Yeah. Teach Luke something.
Yeah.
I don't need teaching. You do. So yeah.
Should we leave it
Just contact us.
Yeah, you can get on Facebook, Breaking Paranormal UK, YouTube, Breaking Paranormal UK, maybe Luke Hallerton as well. You can find me on Facebook. You can find Kimberly Reynolds on Facebook, Instagram.
Glenn Shields.
Glenn Shields on Facebook, yeah.
Just contact us.
Instagram, and Glenn has just created a TikTok, hasn't he, for us?
Yeah, he has. So
I'm not familiar with TikTok. I'm not really into it.
It's just dances, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that. But Glenn has put a few videos. Glenn is putting a few videos on there. You can check us out on there.
So yeah.
Keep in touch.
Keep in touch. That's it.
Thanks for watching again, guys, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.